Hello, Joanna. I'm Despina, and I work as a researcher at the Together project under the scientific coordination of Dr. Lina Papadopoulou. Would you like to introduce yourself too?
Yes, my name is Joanna WEST, and I'm the team leader for student services at the University of Luxembourg.
Perfect. And you're working on the inclusion of students, is that right?
Yes, so we have an inclusion team where we're supporting students both for before they come to university, when they're at university, and then a little bit just as they start to leave university and go on to either further studies or to employment. So we manage lots and lots of different things at the inclusion office, but I guess for students with a refugee background or who would like to continue their education, we have a welcome office, and this is advertised on our website, and we've heavily promoted this with different organizations in Luxembourg who are working both with the inclusion in Luxembourg as a country, so in general, and also, you know, the Croix Rouge as well, so that they know that the university is open to supporting people who want to continue their education. So we have the welcome office. That's the first point.
And you have implemented a number of initiatives to promote higher education to refugees and asylum seekers.
Yes.
So would you like to tell us what kind of initiatives have you taken and the work you're doing in the inclusion office?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we have the welcome desk. So this is really the first point of contact for anyone who's interested in coming to the university. We will meet with a person and have a discussion about previous studies, if they have their education papers, and basically run through everything that you need to apply to the university. In a lot of cases, we're working with people who have interrupted their studies from their home country, and we're also working with people who have no documents, and we've actually written a policy at the university for helping them to gain access to higher education. So that's really the first point, is really we start to create a file, go work through the person's background, understand what they would like to do, and then really it's about making the application. We help a lot. In a lot of cases for our courses, we have to write CVs, we have to write motivation letters, and we can see that in a lot of cases this isn't a skill that's there in a lot of cases. Yes. So we have been supporting potential students with this and with their application, also discussing with program directors, giving a little bit of background, so that when they receive the person's file, that they can understand maybe some of the gaps. Also a little bit of I guess education also for program directors, so that they also see the different situations where people are coming from, and so this has worked, and it's working quite well. So we have really 3 routes, I guess, into the university. One is the standard route, where we will support a person making a regular application. We also have a program which is the Chiron program. We run this as a pilot at the university, and it was open to students who had already received the status of refugee in Luxembourg, but also I'm just thinking of the French word demandeurs, but also people who would like international protection, who have requested international protection. And the program, we tried to map some of the programs offered by Chiron to our program. So we offered computer science, and it was also a bachelor in economics and management. So, and the idea was that you could study 2 years online with the Chiron project, but you would come to the university, so you'd be in the university environment. Then you would also have access to university canteen and cafes. You could access campus sport, campus well-being, campus art, campus dance. So you had an opportunity to meet with other students, you know, people the same age, maybe create new friendships, you know, sort of building your your friendship circle really in Luxembourg. So, and this worked really, really nicely. And from the people who came into that program, we were able to identify a number of students who could apply for university directly. And we supported those students, and they all actually got accepted by the university to start a regular bachelor program. Some were even able to go directly into the second year of study of our programs, and then continue on. So, and it's been the first year. So the first year was successful on the regular programs, and all of the students have continued now into the next year. So it's working quite well. And then the third option is a guest student option, where people can come in to the university. They can attend whichever classes they would like to attend if they're interested in a certain field of study. And they can almost test it, so without the pressure of keeping up with classes or the pressure of exams. So because it's quite a big decision, it changes when you change to student status. It basically has quite an impact, especially financially. So it's good if people are sure of what they're really getting into. It also helps. Most of our courses are at a minimum bilingual, so it also helps with the languages. Also access to course notes. You can already familiarize yourself with the course notes, and you know, if they're in French or English or German, you can already start. So and I've seen as well, just over the past year, the students who've done this program are much stronger going into their first year of studies. So so hopefully we'll see in February with the first round of exams, but hopefully it will work well. So they would be the three main routes that we offer.
That's amazing. The University of Luxembourg, in terms of inclusion, sounds a really open space to me. You're doing pretty much everything to integrate refugees and asylum seekers and beneficiaries of international protection to the higher education, and that's amazing. But I believe you're also facing challenges and some difficulties. Would you like to tell me about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's also natural, so that there are some barriers. You know, what we're trying to make sure of is that you know, a person. Well, first of all, it's about establishing, you know, is the person capable? Does the person have the background to actually do university studies? So a lot of time is spent understanding where persons come from, you know, what they've already done, and trying to feel a little bit, you know, what they want to do in the future. So and of course, this is not, it's not always clear under, you know, the usual circumstances for a person to know what they want to do. But very often it's even more difficult with someone coming under the circumstances that they have into Luxembourg. So, so a big barrier be languages. As I said, the courses are bilingual, usually French, German, French, German, English, French, German, English, and Luxembourgish, depending on the course. So it's really, it's really a lot. And you know, most people I'm working with, they have really good language or really good French skills, really good English skills. But of course, it's something different to perform academically with in not your mother tongue, for example. So, or a language that you've just learned over the past 2 years or something. So, but we are doing a lot of work to support the students. There is flexibility around exams. So although the paper may be in French, you can write in English. So, for example, so it's not that everything would have to be written in perfect French or perfect English. So there's a lot of understanding and flexibility around this. So,
yes,
also,
you're flexible.
Yeah. Also alternative exam formats, for example, oral exams and things like this, so, as opposed to written. So, but it all depends on the program. It all depends on, you know, what the topic is. But we do our best to find a way to test that a person has the knowledge and has learned what they're supposed to learn on that module. So, other barriers?
I'm sure you do your best, and I can see that from the way you are describing the initiatives, and congratulations for your work. And yeah, and I would like to thank you once again for agreeing to take this interview with us. We really appreciate it. It's great for us to give sound to the written initiatives, and keep up the great job.
Yeah.